What's good, everybody? This is Y and Z conversation between the generations. Happy holidays to you in the midst of the holiday season. A blessed one to you and yours, whether it's Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever,
Whatever it
whatever,
is.
whatever it is. Happy to you. This is Y and Z conversation between the generations. I represent Y, the greatest generation ever to grace the planet of this earth, aka better known as the Millennials. Jay Clark is the name. My partner in crime, the young one over there, represents Gen Z. Less that's said about
Oh
them,
yeah.
the better.
Oh yeah. Thank you very much.
Like,
You're
share,
right. No
subscribe.
introduction needed.
Yeah, true. Not much to say about y'all that's positive. Anyways, like, share, subscribe. Join us in this conversation. We just gonna have some, it's the end of the year, holidays. We gonna have some good time. If y'all caught the last one, right now we just gonna reflect on the holiday season. And I need to jump into this and ask my brother here because we know he's been on 10 million about Christmas since June. What is it, bruh? And I'm not asking as a Christmas hater. I love Christmas. But I just need to know what gets your
Like
motor going in June for Christmas.
honestly, man, it's not even just like okay, first of all, I'm a music lover, and I feel like Christmas music is a special type of music that once you hear the sound of Christmas music, it just transports you to a place. It's like one of those, it's a true genre of music across all genres. It's so interesting. It's just a specific time of music. Once you hear it, you're transported to a place. I don't care if you listen to like the rock and roll version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer versus a soul version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You know what time of year to think about. And it's so transferable. That's just the music aspect. I think the family aspect is great. I know some people don't have like the best memories as far as like family concerning Christmas. And that is a subjective, statement.
Very much so.
But I
Very much.
think but in my experience, Christmas has always been a great thing for family wise. And then of course, I mean, I grew up Christian. I'm a Christian. The birth of Christ. Why not? The Savior is born, so stuff like that, all that. So yeah. That
It
that's why it starts in June for me.
See, for me, it's shared sentiments. Like, I think the holiday season is top tier. Like, there really is no better stretch of the year for a variety of reasons. It's music is a big part, as you spoke about. It's, end of the year is winding down. It's a little, this we're getting to that stretch of the year where it's like, what day of the week is it?
Right.
Responsibilities. People are a little looser. It's the good times, family, friends, food. It's an unparalleled time of the year, which is why for me, I can't do the June all year thing because when I'm a hit it, I'm a I'm gonna hit it
Well,
hard. Get
sometimes I need to
straight into the vibe.
transport
Straight
to
into the
it.
vibe.
Sometimes I just need to get there fast.
Nah, you gotta find some other sources then, because like I want to enjoy it. I'm going hard. This ain't a marathon. This ain't a marathon right now.
Bruh, June be hot.
It's okay. Let June be hot. June's supposed to be hot. This Christmas season,
Boo.
Brent, I'm going hard. Like I said, the minute that meal ends on Thanksgiving, yep, I'm pressing play. We going hard in the spirit till January 2nd, and then we move on. So I can't. Yeah, I'm exhausted all, and I need to recharge over the year for the next season.
Hmm, I guess.
Like my trip.
Even though I need to transport to that Christmas time, I need to just be
Why?
immersed in it.
Why?
Because it's such a joyous time. It's definitely a retrieveful place for me. Like Christmas is more than just a time of year.
Mhm.
Christmas is a place.
But if you let's veer off topic real quick for a second here. If we stay in that place or in that spirit, in that mode constantly, is it special anymore? Because I think that's what we're finding out with your generation
Right,
going to this
right,
era
right.
is simply
The
if everything is
oversaturation of a thing could mean that
oversaturation, if everything is on the same level, then you don't know what is really special. Like, yeah, if it's Christmas all year round, then Christmas ain't special because then it's just that's what it is.
true, true. I mean, just not for me. I can start in June and still be 100 when after Thanksgiving gets here because I love it just that much.
He's standing strong in it.
Hey,
I
Ray.
can't call him wrong necessarily. That's his that's him, and that's what we do here. We discuss things between the generations. So let's what really makes so no judgment zone now. We're past we're past it. But in the midst of the Christmas season, like what makes it special for you? Like let's talk about some of the things that really make this time of year special. So you mentioned music earlier. Let's start
Yeah,
there because yeah, Chris I'll say it here. I think Christmas music is the top tier form,
of music.
es-
Definitely.
especially here when you get into that gospel Christmas because gospel Christmas is almost a cheat code because gospel already in itself is some stuff that will stir you in your soul and have you crying or get into that get to that.
Right.
You put that Christmas energy on top of that. Because like let's put it this way. Gospel songs are all about love. God's love.
Right.
Love with God. So you add that holiday element into it. Like it's like the ultimate cheat code. We're just
Bro, there are 2 times of year where gospel music just should just go crazy. And that's Christmas and Easter. It's cheat code written.
yeah. Yeah. I mean,
And the gospel side of Christmas music is always just gonna be more souls, like you said, soul stirring. It's gonna be like it's gonna reach into that heart. People will be like, "Oh my God, I've never felt this way before," off of hearing someone's gospel rendition of Silent Night or Oh Holy Night, or just stuff like that. Stuff like that will just literally turn the masses. It's to the point. It's to the point, and I'm gonna be honest here. I almost forgot that come January, Donald Trump is going to be the president because I've just been in such a good mood.
so you did need to go there. Let me get us back into a happy place. This is also why Christmas won't work in June because there is something. I'm very much a scene and a mood type of guy. You got to have that
True.
right mood, that right ambience. There is something because it don't get dark enough early in June.
No,
About
no,
like yeah, Christmas music hits during Christmas, but when
because
it's
here come
night,
5 o'clock.
when it's nighttime, and yeah, you got the Christmas lights, that chill in the air, hopefully, because hopefully it's cold. Right now, something ain't right, global warming. But hopefully it's cold, that chill, it sets the mood, and yeah, like that right version of Silent Night, or Oh Holy Night, or Oh Come All Ye Faithful, or God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, or I just the right versions, and just ooh, we'll have you just uh,
It
put you in a place.
feels like a warm hug. I'm gonna tell you the scene that Christmas music plays in my head. It's always gonna be sitting right in front of that natural fireplace. You hear the wood crackling.
Ooh.
It's going. You have a slight
Snow in the
chill
background.
breeze.
Snow in the back. Yeah, you have the
Snow in
snow.
the background. You have a slight chill breeze that makes you appreciate that heat more.
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting there cuddled up in a nice blanket, a movie going on, family around with some form of an eggnog or a hot chocolate.
With a little something in it. Yeah,
That
yeah.
is,
That's we talked about music enough on the last episode. So if you want some more music in depth about Christmas music, check that out. But what family? Yeah, like yeah. There's something like for me as a kid. It was always, family came in out of town.
yeah,
So it was always one of those times was like, okay, it's the guaranteed time. I'm gonna get to see some aunties, some uncles, if we don't live close enough, or some cousins,
right, right.
and so it's gonna make them some magic memories, of course. And what's interesting is that transition as getting older of what I appreciate about the season more. So as a kid, yeah,
Truly.
it's the family coming, but of course it's all about the gifts. Like and
Right. And then I'll even say, like, as a kid, something that was so exciting to me was like, whatever, it wasn't just like getting the gifts, but it was having my cousins there or my family there to play with the new gifts with me. There is nothing like getting a PlayStation on Christmas, 2 controllers, 2K or
saddled up,
Madden in there with
saddled
me,
up.
and there you and your cousin going head to head, 2K, Madden, whatever, whatever the game is, and y'all just sitting there enjoying each other with the gift that you just got. And
Mhm.
it's not about like what the gift is or anything like that, but it's still about that sense of I have somebody to play with. My family's here. My not just the family I see all the time, but my extended family here. everyone has come to this place we call home, or maybe you were part of that family that had to go back home because y'all
Went
moved
visit.
away.
Yeah.
But either way, you still had that just that overflooding genuine Christmas experience. Different family have different traditions. Maybe like on Christmas Eve, they do a game night. And even then, that's super fun to just
For
like,
some, Christmas Eve is the big day. That's when they
right.
open their presents and have the big meal the night before. And so, yeah, that family
And the
tradition.
thing is, the older I've gotten, is the more I've been able to build a bond with like my aunts and my uncles. Because growing up is like you a kid stay in the kids' plays. But now it's like, okay, I get to join in on the game
You're
night.
not
I'm
at
in
the kid
here
table no
playing.
more. You're not at the kid.
Right, right. You see what I'm saying? It's like it gives that sense of a level up. I hate I hate this notion that's been going around with my generation and for some generation alpha too, but this notion that there's no level of boundaries throughout your childhood. It's like you get everything all at once. You ate and you your
Uh,
auntie best friend. No,
these kids don't know about the
no.
kid table nowadays. They
You know
don't
what
know
I'm saying?
about the kid table.
Exactly. This notion of this is a grown folks conversation.
So
Going out and going to the back room.
take your butt outside and play.
Right, a notion like that. Like it's this, I hate it. It's this notion that, oh, that's my child. They can hear it. I don't keep nothing from my child. I don't know if I really agree with that. I
Well, that's
don't,
that's
because
another that's another discussion for another day. That's
I've learned to appreciate the ability to have to grow up and mature and in their eyes be able to sit in at least on a game night and play games with them. Spades, stuff like spades, or even some like it could be Uno, but it's just with them. It's
yeah.
with them.
And then of course, growing up, all the special stuff about the season, whether it was special episodes of sitcoms,
Yeah.
TV specials, the things that they don't really do as much anymore. Like yeah, this year you had the Motown. They had a Motown Christmas special on Peacock. I still haven't watched it.
I
My wife,
still have not watched it either. I
I,
feel so bad.
I just haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, whether it was like, and I just think of, of course, the heyday, my childhood being raised in the 90s. So you had Christmas episodes of Fresh Prince, epic ones, Boys to Men making an appearance. Everybody, that's a classic TV episode, not just Christmas. Family Matters would knock it out the park with holiday episodes. You got Living Single, Martin, like they are classics specifically in this realm.
Right.
that made the season better. Even now, it's like, yeah, I look forward to the season because then it's like, yeah, let me watch these specific episodes and get right back
Right.
to that mindset. But as you age, I'm curious now that because you're in that, you're not a kid anymore. You're certainly not a teen. You are a full grown adult out here. You
Yeah.
know, you ain't got no family yet. No, you ain't married, no kids, and that. So as a full free single young brother in this mid to late 20s ish phase of life, where are you finding the joy in that now? You already mentioned that now you're at the growing up table, you can contribute,
Yeah.
you can talk, but what are some other things that now in this phase of life that you're finding to appreciate in this season?
I tell you one thing I am finding to appreciate as being like an adult establishing himself away from home. Specifically, I think I am finding an appreciation in like how limited it is. Because now when I go back home, I enjoy it more.
Mm,
As far as so like how we were just talking about with like just a bunch of assets. If you're an adult and you move away from home, when you do go home, you
especially.
appreciate it a lot more
Hence why
than
you
when
should save Christmas for December, brother. I'm telling
when you do go home. It becomes a truly a very very special moment. So I think I'm one thing I am finding joy in, and something that I could find sorrow in, but I was like, nah, what's the point in that? Something I do find joy in is the fact that when I do go home, it's something very special. And it's not just like this is just home family. It
you.
doesn't become just comfortable anymore. Another thing that I'm finding joy in it's just like figuring out what like personal traditions I want to
Mm,
take part in, like developing. Because I think we all talk about family traditions, but some people have personal traditions that they do exclusive of their family too, and like developing those and figuring out like, oh, what do I want to do every year for Christmas, at least for while I'm by myself. You know what I'm saying?
So can I let me stir the pot here a little bit with this one.
Ooh.
So are these traditions you're seeking to learn, develop, establish, find in your current phase of life? Are these just placeholders until the next phase?
I wouldn't want them to be. Like I think there's still a I think, okay, let me put it like this. I think every season of life should have some kind of placeholder in your grand scheme of life. So maybe that's for some people like, oh, their first apartment, they still keep something from their first apartment because it represents their time in their life.
Mm-hmm.
I think for right now, I do want to develop a tradition in Christmas because I know that's my favorite time of year. So if I develop a solo Christmas tradition, then it'll always remind me of this like solo era of life.
Will you be able to incorporate others if you are so blessed to gain others
Of
into solo
course.
traditions?
Of course. I think you can. I think you just always hold it near and dear to your heart and be like, this started off with just me.
Write that
But
story.
now,
Write that story, son.
now it can include others.
So do you are you finding a spot that you get jaded in? Because like for me, like in this phase, slightly, generation older, I got the misses, got the little one. For me, part of the fun is the little one is the full excuse to go real back into that
True.
childhood magic. Because like at some point, there even as much as someone like you enjoys the season, there's got to be a little. It's because yeah, grown, different responsibilities, things in my head I got
That
to
is
deal with,
definitely still
burdens
there.
that can jade it a little bit. But I'm not gonna lie, like one of the pleasures now is like yes, as magical of a Christmas I had this as a child, as much as I remember it fondly, it's like okay, now it's time to create that for him,
Yeah.
and giving it all like and trying to do what I can to make it special for him, and
Yeah.
being able to be like yeah, dive back into that magic, like yeah, it's all about Santa, it's all about these reindeer, it's all about the elves, and kind of tapping in with that child one more time
Right.
because I get to because of him.
Right. I think it's the same way for me. It's like, sometimes those responsibilities will jade the whole situation because I'm in my head like, I don't really have an excuse to go and do some of the stuff that I
You a
feel like
grown
I
ass
want.
man believing in
Right,
Santa.
right.
You a grown ass. You yeah. So I just
Stuff like that. It's like, oh, are you here with your child? No, I'm by myself.
you a grown ass man trying to sit on Santa's lap. What is wrong with you?
You out at the Christmas lights viewing them by yourself. Stuff like that. But it can jade the situations a little bit because you're in your head like, oh, I'm having to do it alone. But then I just kind of bump myself back into it and be like, well, if I don't do it by myself, then I can never really expect anybody else to do it with me either. And that's how I just kind of look at it.
Okay.
So if I can enjoy it alone, why enjoy it with others?
Y and Z conversation between the generations. We're all about the holidays this year or this episode this week because Christmas is right
This
around the
year,
corner. It's been a long one. That's next week. Anyways, so top what if you had to say top three things for you in the holiday season? What are they?
one, I mean, we already talked about it. Music.
Yeah,
Music is always going to be number
that's
one.
gonna be shared number one. Easy, bam.
Yeah. Two, uh, two, I'll just say traditions.
That's too broad.
Whether
If you gonna say give me, you gotta give me a specific tradition. It's like yeah, this one. Yeah, yeah. I'm
oh,
not letting you off the hook that easy, bro.
mm. Oh, I mean, I know this is very, I know this is very mainstream, but at some point on Christmas, Christmas Eve, or the day before Christmas Eve, I need to be sitting down, cold, in a blanket, watching the Polar Express and drinking hot chocolate.
Okay, I'm not mad at you. Not mad at you. Okay, okay.
Number three, um, and I hate that I probably will not get to do it this year. I love Christmas caroling. I
Mm,
mean, of course, because I sing. I just love
yeah,
like
you.
spreading that joy and in some form or fashion giving back. I think this is also a time of year. Like my number three is definitely like I won't even say Christmas Carol. I'll just say some form of public service.
Okay.
I think this is a very special time of year to do that.
Ah, you well-rounded individual, you. Um, Yeah, music is definitely number. Like I said, I am the Christmas playlist is in rotation like
Every day.
24/7. I'm not listening to any other playlists. I'm not checking for new music like that. No, it's in the veins because I'm going hard for it for these 30 plus days and then it's wrap. Um, Number two, kind of similar to you in the Polar Express thing. It's the Rankin and Bass movies. It's
Mm,
like those to me just those are Christmas.
yeah.
The animation stuff. And one of the things I've really appreciated this year is like previous years, those scared my son. He did not want to like he's like,
He didn't like the stop motion?
no, they were scary to
What?
him. He'd be like, no. But this year, we've watched Rudolph, we've watched Santa Claus coming to town. Still got to watch the Little Drummer Boy. We watched Frosty, and like he watched it. Like he's like yeah, like, and he
Yeah.
liked it. So it's like yeah, take part in this. Like that passing it down and once again kind of creating that mood and that scene. It's like yeah, this is Christmas. We can all enjoy that. Number
Right,
three,
right.
um, it's not the food, but yeah, it the family time is a little different during Christmas
True.
because there's a bunch of times getting together with family. Like if you got Thanksgiving, you
Don't
got
let it be
Memorial,
some good weather in the summer.
yeah, Memorial
Every
Day,
weekend you throwing something on the grill.
whatever it is. Yeah, there's something different about Christmas family time.
Yeah.
It's either going to go really well, or for some, it's just the time they like to avoid. Which I can't blame. I understand. I get it.
Right,
Everybody's
right.
family ain't the same. But no, that Christmas family time is just it's just something special. Um, oh, here's an extra one. Now I enjoy it. Kids, cover your ears. Any of those who still really need to truly believe. I fully enjoy eating my cookies and milk on Christmas evening. That is
I haven't got to dad stage yet, so I haven't experienced that yet.
yep. Yep. Santa got to inform my son of the type of cookies he likes, and so it's I get to put a customized one. Yeah, that's a new favorite now. It's like yeah, and because that moment represents the final piece. Like everything is set up good. It's like all right,
Right. Oh, I'm gonna tell you something else that I'm really enjoying seeing add some holiday magicalness for
Mhm.
kids nowadays. It's the Elf on the Shelf idea, man. I'm almost kind of jealous that that came around for them because if that was around for us, boy,
It's it's interesting because I do the elf. We have the elf. I think what really makes it fun, it's more when it's more adult,
yeah,
which doesn't work for the. So like I have a bunch of things like yeah, it'd be fun to put the elf in this situation or do this, but it doesn't work. It's
for the
for the kid,
kid.
and
I
so
seen like a filter where like a mom said she would record, she'd set up a video camera during the night to record the elf and show the child in the morning, but it was really a video filter of the elf running around the house. So when she showed the child the next morning, it just made like the magic all come alive for the kid
oh
because it's like, oh, there's video footage of this
he
now?
loves it. He like it's once again it's one of those things he's really starting to buy into. Like he's waking up in the morning trying to find this thing. When I do get creative in some crazy kid appropriate things I can do, he loves it. He enjoys it. And so, yeah, the elf on the shelf. Like, I low key hope, even if the magic isn't there when he's a little older, I can't wait until he is a little older and I can
Right.
blur those lines a little bit where it's like, yeah, okay, what kind of crazy thing
Can I
that
do?
can I do with him? And that's funny. Like, yeah, I've seen all the drug references, all the sex references, all the crazy
Hilarious,
part.
bro.
Like, they're hilarious. It's not working for my 6 year old right now. Once again,
Right, right.
boundaries. I'm not doing that to my 6 year old. So yeah, I can't wait until yeah, high school, maybe even late middle school, where it's like, okay, yeah, you can appreciate a little Family Guy humor or whatever, something that could that level that's pushing boundaries. So
Right,
yeah,
right.
it's Y and Z conversation between the generations. We're a little bit in the holiday spirit right now. Christmas is right around the corner. The year is wrapping up. Share some of your favorite traditions. What gets you in the holiday spirit? What's on your mind, brother?
No, I'm saying Christmas is right there.
I said, yeah, we right there. You got a good 2 weeks left to enjoy your music and your traditions. Like I said, wrap it up come January 2nd. But anyways, like, share, subscribe. You got a tradition, you got something to really get you in the spirit. Let us know.
Okay,
Holler
comment.
at us. We appreciate you. And once again, whatever you celebrate, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, nothing at all. Enjoy the time of year. Because if anything,
It's the most.
a beautiful time of year. But YZ the Divide, J Clark 787, the real Xavier Lewis. Until next time, be safe out there. Enjoy. I ain't got no eggnog this week. Damn, that's a shame. Peace out.